All right, let's dive in. Today we're looking at Deuteronomy 31:8.
Okay.
The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. It's a
Mm.
short verse,
Yeah,
but it packs a punch, right?
it really does.
So much to unpack there.
Absolutely.
And it's from Deuteronomy, which
Yes.
is in the Old Testament.
Right.
And so for context, for folks who are listening who maybe aren't as familiar
Sure.
with the Bible and where this comes from,
Yeah.
um, this is basically Moses giving his final instructions.
Yes. His farewell speech.
Yes, to the Israelites before they enter the Promised Land.
Exactly.
So they've been wandering in the wilderness for 40 years.
40 years,
They're
right.
finally about to reach this place that they've been promised.
Yeah, the land flowing with milk and honey.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And so you can imagine the kind of mix of emotions
Oh,
that
absolutely.
they must be feeling at this point, right?
Anticipation, excitement, trepidation, a little bit of fear of the unknown.
Right, there's a lot of unknowns still, right?
Absolutely.
What's it going to be like when we get there? Are we going to be able to conquer it?
Right. Are we up to this challenge?
Yeah, exactly. And so this verse comes in as this incredible message of encouragement and reassurance.
Yeah, it's a promise. It's God saying, I'm with you. I'm going before you.
Right.
Don't worry.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think speaks to any of us, no matter what journey we're on.
Absolutely. We all face those moments of uncertainty and doubt.
Exactly.
And this verse offers that timeless reassurance
Right.
that we need.
So let's break it down a little bit
Okay.
and really unpack the layers here,
Sounds good.
because I think there's so much to discover.
Absolutely.
So let's start with that first part. The Lord himself goes before you.
Yes.
What stands out to you about that?
Well, I think the emphasis on himself is really important, right? It's not an angel. It's not a messenger. It's God himself.
It's personal.
It's deeply personal. Yeah. And then goes before you. This suggests an active preparation.
Hmm.
You know, imagine someone scouting ahead for you, making sure the path is clear.
Like a guide.
Exactly. A guide who knows the terrain better than you ever could.
Knows what's coming.
Yes. Preparing the way.
Right. And I think that speaks to our human desire.
Yeah.
You know, we want to feel prepared.
Of course we want to know what's coming.
We want to know what to expect.
Yeah, we like to feel like we're in control.
Right, exactly. But this is saying, hey, there's something bigger than you
Right. There's a higher power at work.
that's already working things out.
Preparing the way
Yeah.
even before you take a step.
So it's not just about removing obstacles. It's about,
It's about knowing the best path.
yeah, shaping the path for you.
Exactly. A path that might not always be easy,
Right.
but it's a path that's designed for your ultimate good.
For growth.
Yes, for growth and transformation.
That's so powerful. And it makes me think about, how often we get caught up in those challenges in our lives.
Oh, absolutely.
And we see them as setbacks or roadblocks.
Right, as if something's gone wrong.
Yeah, but what if they're actually part of that prepared path?
What if those challenges are actually opportunities to grow, to learn, to become stronger?
To become who we're meant to be.
Exactly.
That's a totally different way of looking at it.
It is. It's a shift in perspective.
Yeah.
From seeing challenges as problems to seeing them as possibilities.
And that's where that second part of the verse comes in, I think, and will be with you.
Yes.
So it's not just that he goes before us, but he's also with us.
Always present every step of the way.
Through those challenges.
Through the ups and the downs.
It's that constant companionship.
Yes, it's the assurance that we're never alone.
Never alone. Which is so comforting.
Absolutely, because even when we know the path is prepared, it can still be scary.
Right. We still have those human fears and doubts.
We do, but knowing that God is with us,
Changes everything.
it does. It gives us the strength to keep going.
To face those challenges.
And to trust that we're not walking this path blindly.
We're being led.
Exactly.
And so it's that combination of the preparation and the presence.
Yes, both are essential.
That leads to that sense of confidence that the verse talks about.
Right. Walk in confidence knowing God is leading you.
Yeah.
When you truly grasp both of those aspects.
The preparation and the presence.
You can walk with a different kind of assurance.
A quiet confidence.
Yeah, a deep inner knowing that you're on the right path.
That you're being guided and protected.
And that no matter what comes your way, you'll be able to handle it.
Because you're not alone.
Exactly.
So powerful.
It is.
And there's a simple prayer that we have in our material that really connects with this verse.
Yes.
Lord, thank you for going before me in every situation. Amen.
It's a beautiful prayer.
It is so simple.
That's so profound.
It's just acknowledging that truth, that God is already there.
He's ahead of us and he's with us.
And that's enough.
It is. It's all we need.
So to wrap things up,
Yes.
Deuteronomy 31:8 gives us this incredible dual assurance.
Yes.
God is actively shaping our journey ahead.
Preparing the way.
And he remains constantly by our side.
Every step of the way.
As we walk it.
It's a promise that we can hold on to.
In any situation.
No matter what.
So as you go about your week.
Yes.
I want to leave you with this question.
Okay.
Where in your life right now could you consciously choose to lean into that trust, in that preparation, in that presence.
Where do you need that reassurance the most?
Exactly what might be one deliberate step you could take this week,
Yes.
moving forward with that quiet confidence that we've been talking about.
That's a great question to ponder.
Yeah,
Something to really reflect on.
food for thought.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us
It's been a pleasure.
for this deep dive into Deuteronomy 31.8.
A powerful verse
It really is.
with a timeless message.
Until next time.
Take care.